Trump's best number is that 55% approve of how he's handling the economy. Now, the key to the argument is, why do people think that? I argue it's largely because of sound bites like the one I'm about to play that Trump pounds into your head repeatedly, hoping it becomes reality.
If we hadn't reversed the failed economic policies of the previous administration, the world would not now be witnessing this great economic success.
Saying something a lot doesn't make it true, no more than the refrain of a perfect Ukraine call wind up getting him impeached, with bipartisan senators admitting his actions were anything but perfect. So, to the economy. The problem with the analysis is that you can make numbers look however you like. There's a stat to prove just about anything that you want it to. But while individual data points can be deceptive, trends don't lie. And the trends show that what this president has done to help the economy are moves that simply continued positive pre-existing trends. And what he's done overall has been a known fact that he put the expansion in jeopardy. Let's take jobs. During Trump's first 36 months in office, economy gained 6.6 million jobs. Great, full stop. During the last 36 months of Obama, 8.1 million jobs added, 23% more than Trump. Another way to slice it. The average monthly gain so far under Trump, 182,000 jobs. Last 3 years under Obama, 224,000 jobs a month. The Labor Department, which is run by the wife of his man in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, made some revisions to past data, reducing Trump's gains by 354,000 jobs. His people did it. Wasn't done by bad people. I guarantee it is not a stat you're going to see on Trump's Twitter feed. But remember, it comes from Secretary Chow, McConnell's wife. How about overall economic growth? Last 3 years of Obama, 2.4%. Trump, 2.5% in his first 3 years. It's basically the same. Why? Continuation of a trend that I just showed you on the graph. Then we get into the sneaky stuff. Trump tries to sell his economic moves as being good for the worker more than the fat cats. Listen.
Our economy is booming, wages are soaring, workers are thriving, and America's future has never, ever looked brighter.
Look at the trends. 3% annual growth for wages. Seems like something to celebrate, or at least it's good, but you got to factor in inflation. That's what the money wonks call real wages. You look at it that way, it's just 0.8% under Trump. For Obama's last 3 years, it was 1.3%. I don't like either number, but they shouldn't be celebrating, especially Trump. So your wages may have gone up, but it doesn't mean much because you can't buy more with it. The wage win becomes more of a whopper, meaning a lie, as you go down the income scale. The federal minimum wage, federal, has been stuck at $7.25 for a decade. Trump refused to do anything about it, and he railed against the 30 states that have raised minimum wages on their own. But it is because of those states' moves that the effective U.S. minimum wage is now around $12 an hour. That's why wages are up for low-income workers, not because of Trump, despite him. So you see, Trump is getting credit for what came before him. So let's look at what he has done. He's been rolling back regulations. He's been cutting taxes. Who saw the benefit? Not mom and pop down on Main Street, big corporations. His biggest impact on the economy has been the deficits brought by that cut. That was only permanent for the corporations. It's more than $1 trillion, $400 billion more than when Obama left office. The CBO says it'll reach $1.7 trillion by 2030. So much for paying for itself. Swallowing an unpaid tax cut was the first major surrender for the GOP. Now, of course, they've swallowed a lot more since, most notably their pride and sense of purpose in Congress. Trump supporters do not have to agree with this analysis, but I'll tell you what, I'll bet you whatever you want, you can't disprove it. Not with trends. Economic data, you can twist it more ways than one. Trends don't lie. The best news for the economy has been this continued expansion over 10 years in the making. Here's the challenge. Has what he's done in office since entering, has it made it more likely that this expansion continues or that it ends? Thank you for watching CNN Tonight with D. Lemon.